Hello everyone and welcome to this video. I am Pedro Perez, lead guitar instructor in Phoenix, Arizona. For this lesson we're going to be talking bar chords. We can find the bar chords in Method Book 2, Level 10. First we're going to be talking about the do's and don'ts. We're going to be talking about weight versus pressure. I will show an exercise to control a left hand pressure. And we're going to review the open chords position, as all the bar chords we're going to be working with are based on those open chords. First, I'd like to show you a warm-up exercise, but it'd be good if you are previously warm up before this exercise, because as we're going to be pressing all 6 strings at different frets, that'll be a little bit hard for your finger one trying this exercise if you haven't warmed up before. Basically, the exercise goes like this. We're going to use our finger 1 and press all 6 strings, fret 1. Make sure that your finger 1 is parallel with your fret, close to the fret as possible. Then you're going to slightly roll your finger to the left. By doing so, if you look, your neck, the neck of your guitar and your arm is shaped kind of an X. Imagine like an X, instead of crossing the 2 lines in the middle, they actually meet on top. So this is the guitar neck and this is your left arm. So that gives you an idea that you are correctly pressing the finger in place. What we're gonna be doing is playing all 6 strings individually and making sure that they are sounding clear. So if I show you the very first fret, you have the 6th string, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, and then you can strum all 6 strings. Then you can move up to your 3rd fret and do the same. Then you can try 5th fret, and last but not least, 7th fret, and then you can go back. You're perhaps going to be feeling that burning sensation between your index and your thumb. I should call it first finger, between your first finger and your thumb. So make sure when you have that feeling, you can take a break for a few seconds. You don't need to try the whole exercise back and forth. It's actually a great workout for your finger 1, but of course it requires a lot of pressure by doing so. And then eventually we're going to learn how to play bar chords without applying too much pressure or controlling the pressure. But for this exercise, make sure that you take breaks between the frets, all right, as you need to do so. All right, let's move on to the bar chord. But like I mentioned before, we need to make sure that all your open position chords, fingerings are learned. You know all your open chords. And for this lesson, we're going to start with reviewing three different chords shapes: major, minor, and dominant 7. In total, they're going to be 6 chords, but we're going to be playing bar chords on 6th string and then on 5th string. So in total are 6 chords. So if we review the E-shaped chords on 6th string, so I have E, E minor, and E7. And if we go to what you know as the A shape or 5-string bar chords, in this case open chords, we got A minor, A, and A7. So first I want you to make sure that you review those 3 chords on your 6th string, and then those 3 chords on your 5th string, 6 chords in total. But those are the 6 shapes that we're going to be using to move up the neck. What we're going to be doing next, it is playing the same open position chords, but we're going to be changing the fingering. You're going to be learning the different fingerings for those chords. By example, for the E, instead of playing fingers 1, 2, and 3, I want you to play it with fingers 2, 3, and 4. The same for the E minor, fingers 3 and 4. And then for your E7, the dominant 7, instead of fingers 1 and 2, you want to use fingers 2 and 3. Now moving to the 5th string. So for the A minor fingers 1, 2, and 3, I want you to change the fingering to 2, 3, and 4. For your A, instead of fingers 1, 2, and 3, I want you to change the fingers to 2, 3, and 4. And last but not least, for your A7 chord, instead of fingers 2 and 3, I want you to change the fingers to 3 and 4. Right? Make sure that you stop the video and go back and review that information, and make sure that you learn all those 6 chords with those new fingerings. And the next step, the next thing you need to know is all the notes in your 6th string and all the notes in your 5th string. Because I know you know E is open, 6th string open E, and 5th string open A. But you need to know the entire scale from your open string to up to this 12th fret. So you want to make sure that you review first the natural notes, no sharps, no flats at first. So we have an E open, 1st finger, 3rd fret, F, 3rd fret G, 5th fret A, 7th fret B, 8th fret C, 10th fret D, and last but not least, 12th fret E, so your octave. I want you to notice that I played all those notes with my finger 1, because that's the way we're going to be doing the bar chord, with finger 1. For the 12th fret, I just use my 3rd finger, and remember, we're not going to be doing bar chords up here. Then moving up to the 5th string, make sure that you review all the notes from your open 5th string to the 12th fret A. Natural notes first. So you have your open A, 2nd fret B, 3rd fret C, 5th fret D, 7th fret E, I hope you're repeating with me, 8th fret F, 10th fret G, and last but not least, A again, the octave, all right? And then after you feel familiar with those natural notes, and you remember all those notes, make sure that you go review all the frets, including the sharps and the flats. In this case, E, F, sharp, G, sharp, all the way to your 12th fret, and then coming back. And don't forget to coming back, E, flat, D, flat, C, B, flat, A, flat, G, flat, F, and E, all right? Next step you're going to be doing, it is let's start with the E-shaped bar chords. Like I said, you're going to change your fingering for those chords. I'm going to start with my E chord, but in this case, you notice that I'm using fingers 2, 3, and 4. So my finger 1 is free. This is actually my bar. It is actually an E chord, so I'm just changing the fingering, but the chord is still the same. Now I'm going to move the E shape half step higher, which is 1 fret, and then cross my finger 1 on my 1st fret. I'm actually playing my 1st fret 6th string, which is my note F, and you have your F chord. Your finger 1 is actually taking the place of the knot, in this case. And then if you move it up to the 3rd fret, you have G, A, B, C, D, and perhaps this is the highest chord you'll be able to play, because then you're not going to be doing a bar chord on the 12th fret, and then go back. Natural notes first. Then you'll be doing the same with the E minor shape, in this case fingers 2, 3, and 4. So you go the same order, 3rd fret G minor, A minor, B minor, and the same up to your 10th fret, assuming you can get to that point, and then all the way back. And then the last chord we need to practice using the E shape, it is the E7 or dominant 7 chord with fingers 2 and 3. Now the same process. First fret F, 7 I should say, G7, A7, B7, and the same. So you'll notice every place that you're moving, you have the same quality of the chord, dominant 7, G7, A7, but you have a different chord. Then you'll switch to your 5th string, and you'll do the same. Now you're gonna start with your A minor chord, fingers 2, 3, and 4, and like I said before, make sure that you double check, review your natural notes first. So I'm gonna instead, first fret, I'm gonna move up to the 2nd fret, B. So I have B minor, C minor, D minor, E minor, F minor, G minor, and then you're not gonna play the 12th fret. You notice like those bar chords on the 10th fret, they're a little bit tricky. As you go up the neck, the frets are getting closer, so you have less room for your fingers, okay? Be aware of that. Then grab your next shape, A. Remember you're playing A with fingers 2, 3, and 4. One thing I wanna mention about this shape, be careful with the 3 fingers stack up together within the same fret. So perhaps they're not gonna look parallel with the fret like when we do with finger 1, but you need to find a way to place them within the same fret. Because as just going higher, the frets are getting closer, so you're gonna have less room for those fingers. So you have the open string, A, then 2nd fret, B, C, D, and you can continue up to your G. I'm assuming it's the highest chord you might be able to play. Then coming back. And feel fine that after you learn all those natural notes, you can go fret by fret, making sure you call the right note names. A, I know some of you guys will call A flat, A sharp, or B flat, and then your B, your C, C sharp, or D flat. It might be good to practice your harmonics, and then your D, your E flat, or D sharp, and the same all the way back, okay? And last chord we have on the 5th string, A bar chord shape, it is the dominant 7. So your A7 with fingers 3 and 4, move it up to the bar crossing the 2nd fret, B7, C7, D7, E7, F7, G7, and then you can make it back, okay? I know, like I mentioned before, these bar chords subject is on method book 2, level 10. But I know some of you guys are using a different method, and they call the bar chords a different way, but they're actually the same concept. So in our lead guitar curriculum book, we call them 5-string bar chords when we are doing what you understand as the A-shaped bar chords. And then we call the 6-string bar chords, and you in your book perhaps says E-shaped bar chords, okay? So, but the concept, the idea is still the same. They are the same bar chords and moving them up the neck, all right? Don't forget that, like I mentioned before, you want to review your open position chords. If you start with having a wrong fingering for your A minor, or you're not quite sure how A minor goes, and then you start moving that shape that you got mistakenly placed wrong up the neck, so your bar chord is not going to be correct. So make sure you start with getting all your open position chords in place with your new fingerings, okay? And don't forget that there's a lot of ways to play a chord on the guitar, but in order to be able to play all the chords in all possible keys, it is to master the bar chords, okay? So next, what I like to do is, I want to give you a quick exercise to control your left hand pressure. And for that matter, I can use only one chord. And then I'm going to talk about the weight, like I mentioned before, weight versus pressure. When it comes to bar chords, the first thing that comes to our mind is what? Pressure. But weight is so important as well. It's actually very helpful when it comes to putting the whole bar chord together. The first thing I like to do is, and you'll notice this, I'm pretty sure by now, perhaps your left hand fingers, especially finger one, needs a break. So make sure that you pause the video or you take a break from your playing and rest your hand and then go back to the video. It's pressure, right? So one thing I like to do is this. I like to place my G chord. If you remember my E shape, 6th string, 3rd fret, my G chord. But in this case, purposely, I'm just going to place a chord and I'm going to press at all. So if I try to play the chord, strum the chord, it's going to sound like this, muted. I'm doing this purposely, okay? What I'm going to do next is try to apply pressure on my left hand, little by little, as I keep strumming the chord. And once I got enough pressure for me to have the chord ringing, I'm going to stop applying pressure. It's like once I got the chord sounding really nice, okay, I don't need more pressure. That was enough pressure for me to get the G chord ringing, okay? So it should go like this. I got the chord ringing the best possible. Hopefully the microphone's not breaking the sound and you can hear it well. So I'm not going to stop. I'm going to stop applying pressure. I'm not going to apply more pressure because I think with this pressure, it's enough for me to get the chord ringing. I'm not going to keep doing this. And squeezing my hand, I'm not going to make the chord sound better. Then I'm going to make the guitar sound louder. What it's actually doing is giving me more tension in my left hand, right? So once again, just mute it, start strumming slowly, applying pressure little by little. Once you get the chord ringing, stop. That's the only pressure you need. You'll be surprised actually how much pressure or necessary pressure you are applying, okay? So be careful with that, all right? So you can do that with other chords. You're gonna notice that some bar chords are easy to play depending on the position. Some other bar chords, when they're up high the neck, they might be a little bit trickier. So you're gonna find those different spots, okay? For you to practice that, all right? Once again, like I said, review all your open position chords, at least major, minor, and dominant 7. E, E minor, G7, and then A minor, A7. Then learn the new fingerings and then start moving on it, then up the neck. Don't forget to review all your notes on 6th string and 5th string. Start with natural notes first and then move to sharps and flats. So that way when you play chords, you actually know what you are playing. So I hope this lesson helped you out with your bar chords. Feel free to stop the video and review the different exercises, the warm-up exercise, the bar chord names, the new fingering for its open chords, and learn your notes and strings and start moving up the chords. And hopefully that can help you with your bar chords playing from now on, right? Have fun practicing these bar chords, as much fun as I had with this bringing it together, okay? See you guys next time. Bye-bye now.